Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Matt.
And I'm Sam.
Today we are looking at day 2 of our article called PinkPantheress, Queen of the Board and the Beat. So last time we learned that she's not only queen of the beat for making great music, but she's also queen of the chessboard because she's won some chess tournaments as well.
Yes, and I think that this is really interesting actually. I think it's fun when you kind of see these famous people and you know them as a singer or an actor or an athlete, and then you find out a little bit more about them or that they have something kind of not as publicly known or publicly shared, and it kind of surprises you about them, because I know that there are quite a few actors who went to really good schools and are really, really smart, and you might not think of that when you see them just in that public view. And I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, there are quite a few famous people who are famous for one thing, even though they might have other talents or other things that they're great at. Like, for example, the YouTuber Marques Brownlee. He's a tech reviewer and he reviews all the new phones that come out and sort of tech products. And he's actually also a semi-professional ultimate frisbee player.
Oh.
And he's actually represented his country, the USA, in international competitions.
Oh, that's very interesting. I would imagine if you were a fan of his and you were also in ultimate frisbee, it'd be kind of a bit of a shock or a little bit hard to play against him, because you'd be like, oh, hey, I know who that is, and now I have to go and compete against him. That's kind of cool.
And then also there's the hip-hop artist J. Cole. Now, J. Cole is also a very good basketball player, and he's actually played professional basketball and even played recently in China.
Wow. See, I think that's so interesting. I love to hear more about these people as far as other talents, because it kind of reminds you that everybody has many talents and people can be good at many different things. And it's fun to see a different side of some of your favorite famous people.
That's right. So people can be good at many things, just like PinkPantheress is also good at chess. So let's get into this article and learn more about her.
PinkPantheress produces much of her own music, and her sound blends pop, drum and bass, and UK garage with samples from 1990s and 2000s songs. Her music is catchy, hard to forget, and has received strong praise. Her second mixtape, Fancy That, 2025, is proof of this. It earned 2 Grammy nominations and reached number 3 on the UK albums chart. Singles like Stateside and Illegal found audiences far beyond the UK, and she now has hundreds of millions of streams.
All right, so we are going to look at day 2 of PinkPantheress, Queen of the Board and the Beat. And again, just in case you need reminding, we are talking about how she is good at chess and also very good at making music. So our whole first day of talking about this, we looked at kind of her chess history. And now we're going to start to look more at the music side.
PinkPantheress produces much of her own music, and her sound blends pop, drum and bass, and UK garage with samples from 1990s and 2000 songs. All right, so she produces much of her own music. So to produce something means to make or to create something, or to provide all of the elements needed to make something. In the case of producing music, it means taking all of the sounds, all of the beats, all of the vocals, and putting them together to make a finished song. So an example sentence, Nicole is helping her friend produce music for a film.
Yes, so as we can see, she kind of pulls from a lot of different sources when she's making her music. So in the next part of the article, we read, her music is catchy, hard to forget, and has received strong praise. So I would say that this catchy part and hard to forget, that all kind of, it comes from the fact that it has many different influences when she creates her music.
All right, now let's go to Hanny.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 今天要继续介绍 PinkPantheress 粉红豹女孩。课文提到，她自己制作了大部分的音乐，音乐风格融合了流行乐、古打贝斯、英式车库音乐。那取样自1990到2000年代的歌曲，她的音乐朗朗上口，广受好评。好，来看单字 produce 这个动词就有制作、生产的意思。blend 这个动词表示融合、混合 ，blend A and B 就可以表达融合 A 和 B。那我们接回到课文中。
All right, we are back, so let's continue with the article. Her second mixtape, Fancy That 2025, is proof of this. It earned 2 Grammy nominations and reached number 3 on the UK albums chart.
Okay, so it's proof that she is making good music that's hard to forget and that it's catchy. And if something is proof, it is the evidence that you need to prove that something is true. So if you're going to say that her music is very good, then the proof of that would be the awards that she might win, the number of listens that she might have, maybe the number of ticket sales, that type of thing. In our example sentence, we have, the police found proof that the man told the truth. So he said, I did this thing, and here is my proof. Here's a camera that shows me doing that thing. So proof proves that something is true. All right, if we continue on, it says, singles like Stateside and Illegal found audiences far beyond the UK. And she now has hundreds of millions of streams. So probably before those couple singles, she was mostly known in the UK, but now she's kind of branched out and now many, many more people know and listen to her songs.
All right, let's check in with Hanny.
PinkPantheress 在2025年发行的第2张混合歌集就是最佳证明。她这张歌集获得了2项格莱美提名，登上了英国专辑排行榜第3名，还吸引了英国以外的广大听众。这时候 Sam 老师用到一个片语 branch out， 就可以表达扩大范围、拓展领域的意思。而课文单字 proof 名词，它表示证明、证据。那我们接回课文中。
All right, so we are going to go to the second part of the article now, and we will be right back.
Yet success did not come without challenges along the way. Years of loud music gradually damaged PinkPantheress's hearing. She has now lost 80% of the hearing in her right ear, so she must check the volume very carefully at every live show. In February 2026, at the Brit Awards, PinkPantheress was named British Producer of the Year. She was the youngest person and the first woman ever to receive this honor. Like in chess, PinkPantheress has shown that success in music comes from talent, hard work, and making the right moves at the right time.
All right, so we are back and we're going to jump right back into the article and we read, yet success did not come without challenges along the way. Years of loud music gradually damaged PinkPantheress's hearing. Okay, so this is something that I think a lot of people who are in the music industry know about because you're constantly around loud music and you might be in environments or in small spaces performing and it's very loud and unfortunately that can be very hard on your ears.
She has now lost 80% of the hearing in her right ear. So she must check the volume very carefully at every live show. All right, so already she's lost 80%. That means, yeah, she's almost deaf or almost completely lost hearing in one of her ears. So she needs to check the volume carefully. Now, volume means the degree of loudness or intensity of sound. So that could be with music, you can turn up the volume to make it louder or turn down the volume to make it quieter. So she needs to check that at every show to make sure that maybe if she has an earpiece in that it's not too loud, that it's not going to make her hearing problems even worse. So an example sentence, please turn down the volume of the TV.
Yes, all right, so let's go over to Hanny and we'll be right back.
PinkPantheress 在2025年发行的第2张混合歌集就是最佳证明。他这张歌集获得了2项格莱美提名，登上了英国专辑排行榜第3名，还吸引了英国以外的广大听众。这时候 Sam 老师用到一个片语 branch out， 就可以表达扩大范围、拓展领域的意思。而课文单字 proof 名词，它表示证明、证据。那我们直接滑课文中。
All right, so we are back and we read, in February 2026 at the Brit Awards, PinkPantheress was named British Producer of the Year. So again, we're seeing that her music and her producing has led to lots of awards and recognition. So she is good at what she does.
She was the youngest person and the first woman ever to receive this honor.
So that's a pretty big deal. So not just the youngest, but also the very first woman to ever have this honor. And so honor here, this noun, it means the kind of recognition or the award or this kind of a credit for doing something. You have the honor to do something, or you have the honor of being this famous or being this person who gets this award or whatever it might be. So if you have that honor, you're getting the credit or the recognition of that thing. So our example sentence says, playing on the national team was a great honor for the young players. So this made them feel happy. It was a very kind of prideful thing that everybody can go, wow, you guys are so lucky to be able to play on the national team. Continuing on, we read, like in chess, PinkPantheress has shown that success in music comes from talent, hard work, and making the right moves at the right time. So not just one of those things, you kind of need all of it to be successful.
So we mentioned in there, one of the things is talent. Now, talent is a natural skill or ability to do something, or ability to do something well. So if someone has a talent, usually just means something they're good at, but something they're better at than most people. So an example sentence, Emily has a talent for math. So she is great with numbers. Okay, well now it's time to go to Hanny.
今年2月 ，PinkPantheress 在全英音乐奖颁奖典礼荣获了英国年度制作人奖，成为史上最年轻的得奖人，也是首位获得这份殊荣的女性。她的天赋跟努力是有目共睹的。我们最后来看看单字 honor 名词，它表示荣誉、荣幸或殊荣。Sam 老师在解释时有用到 prideful， 这可以形容自豪的，它也可以形容高傲的、骄傲自大的。那么 talent 名词，它表示天赋、才能。解华课文中。
Okay, now we have a what do you think question. So our question is, why do you think so many people enjoy listening to PinkPantheress's music?
Well, one reason that I think that many people like to listen to her music is that she pulls from many different resources or different kind of ideas. And so she's got a lot of influences from a lot of different artists or sounds or anything like that. So I think that this kind of can bring in more audience members from different backgrounds. In addition, I think that she did a good job of marketing in the right place at the right time with using TikTok and SoundCloud and all of that, and just kind of building her base from kind of the beginning early stages in that kind of fan base way.
That's right. Well, maybe it's because she has a lot of chess fans that like her music.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe that's it. All right, well, that is all of the time we have for today. So we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
PinkPantheress produces much of her own music, and her sound blends pop, drum and bass, and UK garage with samples from 1990s and 2000s songs. Her music is catchy, hard to forget, and has received strong praise. Her second mixtape, Fancy That, 2025, is proof of this. It earned 2 Grammy nominations and reached number 3 on the UK Albums Chart. Singles like Stateside and Illegal found audiences far beyond the UK, and she now has hundreds of millions of streams. Yet success did not come without challenges along the way. Years of loud music gradually damaged PinkPantheress's hearing. She has now lost 80% of the hearing in her right ear, so she must check the volume very carefully at every live show. In February 2026, at the Brit Awards, PinkPantheress was named British Producer of the Year. She was the youngest person and the first woman ever to receive this honor. Like in chess, PinkPantheress has shown that success in music comes from talent, hard work, and making the right moves at the right time.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 produce 动词表示制作、生产 ，proof 名词表示证明、证据 ，volume 名词是音量。Honor 也是名词，表示荣誉、荣幸或殊荣。Talent 也是名词，是指天赋、才能。文法的部分，我们学到了 yet 的用法，它可以当连接词表达然而不过，也可以当副词来表达还、尚未怎么样。那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Essentially, being eco-friendly involves three main concepts: reducing consumption, reusing materials, and recycling resources. If you want to become more environmentally conscious, you might enjoy today's location, An Eco Lifestyle. The founder of An Eco Lifestyle created the farm as a place for children to run freely and learn about nature. Officially opened in April 2015, the farm covers over 19,000 square meters and features a wide variety of trees. The front section of the farm includes a large lawn, a treehouse-themed playground, and a restaurant. At the entrance, visitors can learn about different bird species. One of the most popular attractions is the treehouse-themed playground, designed primarily for younger children. There is a ball pit on the lower level of the playground. On the upper level are a building block play area and a covered slide that leads outdoors. The back section of the farm features an eco classroom, a DIY classroom, a barbecue area, an aquaponics classroom, and more. There is also a vegetable area that shows visitors how everyday produce is grown. Through a mix of educational and recreational spaces, the farm offers an engaging way to connect with nature. With so many global environmental issues that we face today, it is very important that we all do our part to conserve the world's resources. The first step is becoming aware of these issues, and An Eco Lifestyle is the perfect place for people of all ages to start learning about and leading more eco-friendly lifestyles.